Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Journalism is part and parcel of our life, not just now, from time immemorial. Journalism had its own, place in Indian civilization. एक सूचक करके एक व्यक्ति आता हर ड्रामा में, in all the plays. He comes and gives the information, right information. He introduces people. So journalism has a two-pronged important role to play. One is to place the facts in front of the people. Facts as they are, without any coloring or prejudicing the facts, placing them in front of people, number one. Second thing is, just placing the fact is not enough. Inspiring people. This is the second thing. Inspiring people, giving them a direction, way to go. I think these two main important functions of journalism, you know better than anyone else, is being somewhere looked after. In some other places it's been ignored. I would say many people do not place the fact as they are. But now the challenge is, what is the right news and what is not? What is the fact and what is fiction? You see, we did the World Culture Festival where we could bring 3.7 million people around the world. Na bhuto na bhavishyati thing. 170 world leaders were present in it. It was the unity of consciousness, unity of cultures and civilization. You see what big halla some people made, as though we polluted river Yamuna, this and that. So, criticism is part of life. We should not be afraid of it. If there is something good, we take it from the criticism. There are people who just shun all criticism. They are at loss, I would tell you. You should have an open ear for criticism. And if you see it is done out of ignorance or through bias, you ignore it. But if it is done with a good intention for the society, for you, I would say we should take it.
You should. So criticism is good.
We should.
Healthy criticism is good.
Healthy criticism. Factual criticism. It's not coming out of some jealousy or hatred, but it is to improve a person. You should appreciate them, thank them. Okay, this person is interested in what I'm doing. That is why he's taking time to criticize me.
Right.
I would see it that way. Yeah.
Gurudev, you don't see yourself connected or leaning towards any political party or ideology?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We are very independent. We always support any good work anybody is doing. See, we are doing our work in Odisha in a big way. We have our universities there. We are doing work in Kerala. We are working in Tamil Nadu. We are working in Maharashtra. Our people have done so much work in Maharashtra. 48 rivers they have rejuvenated. And of course, we are working in other parts of India as well.
And do you have
Himachal, in Haryana, in Delhi. So, yeah, go ahead, Shekhar.
Have you endorsed any party or any leader in an election? Or would you?
I would always encourage people to go and vote. Don't stand back and vote. And whenever there is a need for change, I have said once in 14, vote for a change.
2014.
14, yes.
Yes.
I said we need a change in the country, vote for a change. Definitely. But other than that, I've never said, particular party, a particular, because, it is not in our good interest for spiritual religious leaders to get into that arena. We have to give freedom for people to think. There are good people everywhere, and there are people who need goodness everywhere. So it's the spiritual leaders who provide goodness and help those who are in the right mindset. I would say yes, you can meditate, do guided meditation every day after doing some pranayama. And I've made number of apps. There is a Sattva app, there is an Art of Living app, there are many other apps. You go into it and listen to the meditation. You have to simply put your earphone or put it on your phone and keep it in front of you and sit eyes closed. Everything else happens. So meditation gives you enormous inner strength. And it is non-denominational. The beauty is people of any faith can practice it.
Yeah. So it has nothing to do with
your religion or
Hinduism.
sects that you are following. Anyone can do it, number one. The second thing I would say, as you said about children, how to manage the children. You know, it is tough when they cannot go out. They have a lot of energy. घर के अंदर ही उद्धम मचाते रहेंगे बच्चे. अब उनको कुछ ना कुछ काम देते जाओ. There is a proverb in English that keep the devil busy. So the little devils need to be kept busy. So
Right.
I would say, ask them to cook one day. Teach them cooking, kids, and teach them painting, teach them dance, music, language. There's so many languages to learn. I would recommend people to take one particular language. Suppose you are Tamilian, try to learn Punjabi. Speak 10 sentences of Punjabi and give a challenge to children. If we keep giving challenges to kids, that will keep them engaged. You know, there is a way to cajole kids and make them do what you want them to do, instead of you ordering them to do. You know, there is a skill. You know, I have made a 2 hours workshop, 4 hours actually, 2 hours each day. Know Your Child is a workshop that our volunteers conduct many places. And Know Your Teens, because teenage is even more difficult. So we need to know their psychology, their mindset, and we have to play to that and have to mold them from that angle. This is a skill in itself. This is an art in itself. Many parents do not have any idea or clue about it. Because see, psychology, Shekhar, is never taught as a subject in any of our systems, you know, whether you take arts or science. It is not and human psychology, behavioral psychology, we do not know. But these are all common sense, I say. You don't have to read those books which are written in the West. It will be very different for India. So हिंदुस्तान में हम मन को पढ़े या होश में रहें, तो बोध में रहें, तो सब बातें सूझने लगती है अंदर से. फिर हमें कब कैसे लोगों से व्यवहार करना अपने आप आ जाता है.
Ranbir Kumar Dargan, who's at MIT University, is a former soldier. He's taking it, it's a follow-up question to what you just now said. How important is meditation in pandemic times? Is it more important? Is it the same as in normal times? Why not meditate at any time?
Meditation is all the more important now because the mental health has taken a beating in the entire world today. And there is nothing better than meditation to keep us healthy mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and physically as well. So meditation, what it does, first of all, it brings relaxation to the brain. Number 2, it improves our immune system by 5 times. There are many research publications which says yoga and meditation can boost our immune system. And the third thing is meditation changes our perception and our expression. So the way we perceive things becomes much clearer. You know, you have this foggy mind when you are so disturbed. Meditation removes all this fog and brings clarity in our perception. And then it also helps people to express their feelings, emotions in the right manner, in the right dose.
Right.
This is something very
Right.
important.
And a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, a Sikh, an atheist, Buddhist, anybody can meditate.
Anybody can do.
So, do you see yourself as a religious leader?
I see myself as everything or nothing. You know, our goal of life is from being somebody to becoming nobody, and from being nobody to being part of everybody. So, if you can play any role whenever it is needed, you should just play it. When if I ask you, Shekhar, are you only a journalist? You'd say no. When I am with my family, I am brother, sister, whatever. So we play many roles in life. So you also play when you are doing some service, when you are helping somebody, you are a volunteer at that time.
Well, Gurudev, if I may interrupt you, when India is playing cricket or hockey or any other game, I am also deadly partisan. So that's also part of life.
Yeah. Spiritual realm is a very common realm. As I said, it belongs to everybody. So people of any faith, any religious groups can practice spirituality. This is one aspect. Another aspect, of course, when you are Hindu sannyasi, Hindu monk, you have certain responsibilities, duties, then that is a different aspect as well. Yeah.
Do you also think that government dropped the ball on the second wave, that we were too late to react, that we should have put risk earlier, we declared victory too soon?
Yeah. We never thought, nobody thought the second wave will come and engulf us so much, so badly. We were not prepared really for this. Really, yeah.
So do you think that if we were better prepared and we had not allowed election campaigns, big religious gatherings, and had kept those restrictions and caution, we could have lightened the impact of this wave?
Absolutely. Yes, we should have been more conscious about all this. We should have really been conscious about it, and knowing it will spread the disease much more.
Did you?
Big rallies, big gatherings this is not the time for it at all. This is not the time.
Did you go for the Kumbh?
No. I didn't go.
And what was the reason?
No. Why should I go? हमारा कोई पाप नहीं है वहां जाके धोने के लिए. अभी वहां जाके कुंभ में जाके डुबकी लगाओ तभी तुम्हें कुछ होएगा, ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए. मैं सबको हम कहते रहे, टेलीविजन के थ्रू भी कहे हमने, भगवान मंदिर में नहीं है, आपके हृदय में है, दिल में है. आप घर बैठिए, ज्ञान की गंगा में नहाइए. मैंने ये कहा, गंगा का दूसरा वो है, there is another meaning for Ganga is knowledge.
Knowledge, yes.
Bathe in wisdom, bathe in knowledge. So don't go to Kumbh. This is the advice I have been giving to people the last years. Yeah.
That's a brave advice. And also, Gurudev, Hindi में तो हम कहते भी हैं, मन चंगा तो कठौती में गंगा. If your heart is clean, तो आप कठौती जो लकड़ी का पहले सन्यासी लोग लेके जाते थे लोटा के तरह से, कमंडल, तो मन चंगा तो कठौती में गंगा, वो लकड़ी का काठ का कमंडल था.
करेक्ट.
तो जरूरी नहीं है कि आप गंगा जाके कुंभ पे नहा के आइए. और आपका एडवाइस भी ये था कि डोंट गो, इमेजिन गंगा इन योर ओन होम एंड इन योर ओन हार्ट.
Correct.
That's a very smart, very good thing to say.
No, listen, what do you mean by spreading Hindutva? If you say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family, you mean you are spreading Hindutva? If you say do yoga, it helps your body, helps your mind. Do pranayama, it makes you very vibrant. If you say you are spreading Hindutva. And if you say there are very good words of wisdom in the Upanishad, in Gita, why don't you take it? I mean, the whole world is taking. Einstein has read Bhagavad Gita. He said, my life has changed. reading Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad, and you say, this is Hindutva. This is a wrong notion. I think we are, with a close mindset, if we see everything we do as Hindutva, that is good. I mean, Ayurveda. Ayurveda, you label, if you say Ayurveda means Hindutva. So it doesn't, it shows the prejudice in a person. I would say don't label things before you experience it. Know it well. See what is good in it, what is not good in it. So we have been around the world in so many countries, including the Gulf countries, and people are getting benefit out of this. And if they label, oh, this is Hindutva, 1/3 of the world which is practicing yoga will shun yoga, would have shunned yoga. 2 billion people today on this planet are taking to yoga and Vedanta. You think they are all Hindutva? No. Do not, narrow the scope of wisdom, of knowledge to political ideology. Whether fear of disease, death, or losing someone close to you is all same. Fear is fear. Fear is an emotion that just takes over, and it affects your adrenal gland first and all other glands later. So how do you get over this, manage this? This is where the knowledge of yoga helps. In yoga, we have different chakras. The fear is from the heart chakra, and you have to go above, that is the throat chakra, Vishuddhi chakra. Pranayama here and meditation will help you. Meditation can help you to get over both the worry about getting some disease or worry about death. These, feelings can be overcome through meditation, number one. Second one, broaden your vision and see, yes, one day you're going to die. That's going to happen. No doubt. Everybody dies, we all know. And so, what you need from inside is again an inner strength. Meditation here will definitely bring you that help, and it gives you an experience of that which is beyond the body, physical consciousness, body consciousness. Charity is a part of spirituality, right? Everybody agrees. कोई आता है, उनको अपने से जो मदद कर सकते करना चाहिए. ये तो स्पिरिचुअलिटी क्या बात है. हम आपको बहुत करुणा है हमारे दिल में, मगर हम कुछ कर नहीं पाएंगे तो बात नहीं बनती. स्पिरिचुअलिटी का अंग है चैरिटी, और चैरिटी कैन नॉट बी डन फ्रॉम एन एम्प्टी बाउल. खाली बर्तन से किसी को खाना परोस सकते हो तुम? कुछ हो नहीं सकता. इसलिए वो भी हर एक का कुछ स्थान है जीवन में. ऐसे कैपिटलिज्म का भी स्थान है. कैपिटलिस्ट कितने लोगों को नौकरी देते हैं, ये देखना चाहिए. मान लीजिए देश के कैपिटलिस्ट सबको, माने उद्योगपति सबको कह दे कि तुम सब चोर हो, सबको बंद करवा दे, देश में हाहाकार मच जाएगा. कितने सारे लोग बेरोजगार हो जाएंगे. रोजगार ही बढ़ाना हो तो उद्योगपति को भी बढ़ावा देना पड़ेगा. तो ये जो है ना, समाज में ये सब जटिल चीजें हैं, मगर इन जटिलता के बीच में एक सरलता है. वो हमारा स्वभाव है, हमारे मन में. उसको खोना नहीं, उसको जगा के रखते हुए इस जटिल मार्ग पर आगे बढ़ना ही जीवन का सत्य है और रहस्य है.